Episode 4. Today we have a pair of Gucci Aces, which seems to be just everybody in Dublin seems to be wearing these now, and thankfully enough wearing them into the ground to the point where we need to restore them. What we're going to be doing on this episode is we're going to give the sneaker a deep clean, inside out, the bottom. We're going to be removing a lot of the scuffs that we have here on the front. We're going to try iron out a few creases, and what always seems to happen is the eye stays always create these black marks. We'll be removing them, and we'll also be respraying the inside. So we're aiming to get these as brand new as possible by the end of this episode. First step is we're going to give these a deep clean, so let's get going. Right, first step, we're going to remove the right sneaker because we'll use that for a before and after at the end. And then we are going to remove the insole. I really love the way Gucci puts that pattern in. I think it looks deadly. Then we're just going to add in this shoe tree, and we're just going to get going with the cleaning. Okay, so that's this Gucci Ace, as clean as we can get it. We can see now that we have a lot of scuffs here on the front. We have a scuff here. We've lost a lot of paint around the heel. There's a couple of marks inside, and the trademark, you get these marks here. The outsole is absolutely perfect. You can nearly eat off how clean we have that. And you might have seen we've done a bit of a chemical clean on the outsole to get that back as white as we could as well. So I'm just going to stick this outsole, the insole back in, and then I'm probably going to just start hitting this with a bit of sandpaper just to get everything lovely and smooth before we tape off. As soon as we tape off then, which is a big enough job in itself for this sneaker, we're going to get going with the airbrush. So I'm going to get going with this sanding now. Right, as we can see, we're after using our different grades of sandpaper. We're after hitting this area here, and a couple of marks around the edges, just to make them as smooth as we possibly can before we hit the airbrush. I used the Cry-Cut iron to remove as much creasing from here as we could. Right, so next step now is going to be to acetone all the factory finish off all the white ready for our airbrush. As soon as we do that, we're going to be taping off this area here, the outsole and midsole, and the rear heel here. As soon as we have that ready, be ready to go to the airbrush. So I'm going to go get that. Right, that's the full job taped off. Heel piece, mid and outsole, and the trademark green and red Gucci emblems that go on the side. So all we're going to do now is just hit these with the airbrush, try to get it as white as we can, and then it's seal and lace. So let's see how we go. Right, so as we can see, I've got 3 coats on. That's another thing doing my head in. This keeps getting loose because we did only just clean them, so they're a small bit damp, but you won't notice it when we're finished. The likes of this area here, we have just hit it with 3 coats, but I'm going to hit it with some sandpaper lightly just to make sure it's smooth. Any other areas that we did sand, just to make sure it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck in here. And now, just like that, we have just removed all the tape. The sneaker is in sealer, which is why it's given off a bit of a glossy look, but it is a matte sealer. Inside here, there was signs of wear. That's gone. Here, signs of wear in here. There was scuffing on the toe box, which is also gone, and we had scuffs here, which is also gone. Wait for this sealer to dry, put on the laces. That is the one side of this restoration complete. But once I have these laced, I'll show you before and after. Really happy with the results of that. Right, so I have a pair of sneaker surgery replacement Gucci laces that we're just going to stick into these just to get this restoration finished, and then we'll be able to show you the before and afters. And just like that, the end of episode 4. As you can see, even by this, the side-by-sides, the difference is amazing. This is a real kind of yellowy, creamy upper, whereas now we have the lovely white upper with brand new sneaker surgery laces. There are Gucci style laces that you can buy from us. We started the job with a deep clean. We then removed some creases from the midsoles with our Cry-Cut iron, sanded out a couple of scuffs here, sanded a couple of scuffs here. We also had a lot of heavy wear and marks on the inside, which we got rid of. It's a great result on such an iconic streetwear type of sneaker that you do see around Dublin, and no doubt the likes of London and wherever else you'd see them as well. They're quite iconic. I think say the client to be delighted. Look, thanks again for dropping by for episode 4. We'll see you in the next one.
χρόνος περνάει, η φάτσα μου γερνάει. Κυνηγάμε φέγγαλες και ομάδα μου πεινάει. Ο δίτης πας στο ρόλεξ μου ποτέ δεν σταματάει. Η πολίτρια μου είπα το προσέχω δεν χαλάει. Κοίτα ποιος ζαμάει τώρα που πήρα φόρα. Οι έντες με θέλουν νεκρό μέσα νεκοφόρα. Πράγματα δεν είναι απλά όπως ήταν πρώτα. Τα όνειρα μου πέτυχα, μέσα μου είχα φλόγα. Μόνο πράξεις, γάμα τα λόγια. Τα λόγια είναι φτώχεια. Για με κράξεις προσέχε που κρύβεσαι. Μη μου λες πολλά, μην ανοίγεσαι. Μάτια λένε πολλά, μες στη ζήλια πνίγεσαι. Για πεθαίνουν